big thing is just like...
I want the truth and nothing but the truth.
They're here. It is him.
Hey guys.
It's Liam.
The Liam Swan.
How you guys doing?
Doing good, doing good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So glad.
How about you, Liam? You doing good too? What about the fucking
Doing
stuff?
very good.
Very good.
Let me just try to... Okay, it's this one here. Yeah, how you doing, Liam? You doing all right?
Good, man.
Cool.
Very good.
Cool.
Oh my gosh.
It's you!
It's Liam.
Oh,
You're being recorded!
Oh, we're doing Griffith versus Ryo. Okay, great. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear this. Sam's gonna hop in just a second.
Alright, cool.
Very excited about this.
Yeah, like, just a little thing from beforehand, like, how much do you know about Devilman? Because I know you fucking love Berserk. How much do you know about Devilman?
I saw the Netflix series. I saw Crybaby.
You know a good deal because Crybaby is really faithful to the original manga. Like, they do make a few changes here and there, but there is a lot you're going to see.
Yeah.
Eat the Devilman.
One came out too, so I don't remember every detail. I just know that Ryo is the devil.
Yeah, he's like the devil from Bible.
Yeah, he's the devil from Bible. I love that. My favorite series.
Alright, well, like, yeah, it's very faithful, so you are going to know the basics of Devilman, but, like, you have no idea how far it goes, and I'll show you later. Hey, Sam!
Hey,
man of the hour.
Sam.
Hello.
Hey.
Yo.
How are y'all?
Doing good. Doing good. How about you?
Good.
Cool. Alright, so you want to just hop into it now?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Alright. So, Griffith, you know him, you love him, he needs no introduction, he's got his really good friend, charismatic, cunning, he's got it all. He is on a quest to get his own kingdom with all his friends by his side, and he's so good at this, nothing is gonna go wrong.
So glad.
Okay, so slight mishap. Yeah, so he ran into a little hiccup and decided, I'm going to just throw all my friends into hell to just gain another chance at my dream. But hey, now he's a cosmic horror god. He's got awesome demon armies at his beck and call, and he's got a ton of weird powers. He's got telekinesis, flight, he can teleport, he can summon storms, he can just bend space. It's just take Virgil's judgment cut and twist it like spaghetti. He can turn intangible, and if you want to hit him, he's protected by fate and lives on another plane of existence. So, if you are about to hit him, he can just decide it, no you fucking weren't, and it won't happen. So of course, since you know him all, you might be thinking, well, he sounds unstoppable. Who could ever touch this guy, let alone kill him? Well, Ryo Asuka! That's right, he's crazy. He's Akira's really good friend who doesn't like girls. Yes, that means what you think it means. He's cunning, he's cute, he's always staring off into space and is gonna pull out a gun on you if you look at him funny. You might be wondering, is this guy on drugs? Yes. Lots of them. Which are very useful for starting an underground demon orgy that he is using to merge his best friend with a demon. Because guess what? Hell is real. Demons are coming to Earth. They want to kill us all, but he's got a plan. If he merges his best friend with a demon, he can be our superhero. He can fight back against them. And he knows a weird amount about demons. Thankfully, he's on our side. Okay, so he's not on our side. He's Satan from the Bible. Which, decided to betray humanity, just take back the Earth because they ruined it. Typical eco-terrorist stuff. But hey, he's got a ton of new powers, a ton of new memories, and a ton of new demons at his beck and call. He can fly, he can use telekinesis, he can use teleportation, he can turn intangible. Because he's a demon in Devilman, he's made of a weird, higher dimensional matter. Yes, that's a thing they all have, inherently. He is laser beams, time travel. He can punch you hard enough to break space-time. He can warp the fabric of reality. So, if anyone can touch Griffith, it might be him. It might be him. So, the basic about both of them, so I'm not going to bore you too much with the connections. You already know, they're the best buddies, Clyde and Light. They betray humanity at large, and now their best friend hates them with the force of 1,000 suns. And there's something really interesting about fate and God that I really like as a natural contrast I'll get into a little more later. as for why I love this, it's Berserk and Devilman, two of the greatest anime and manga of all time, defining horror. Basically, the inspiration for pretty much everything, you know? Like, and you can make this an interesting fight, both story-wise with their cool characters, complex lore. You can make an interesting story. Either just some of my favorite villains ever. You can have an esoteric fight different from the last time we had Berserk. You can have an esoteric soundtrack. Think like Hirosawa's synth from the original Devilman, not the original Berserk anime, and Ushio's electronic and piano music from Crybaby. Really bizarre, eldritch. Something's very calm, but something's constantly going wrong.
Love this art.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Did it myself.
You did?
Yeah. Like
it's amazing.
Thanks. Did it a few years ago, actually.
Especially that Griffith is very like Final Fantasy VI cover art kind of
vibe.
Yeah, it does have that vibe. Like, I love that kind of vibe. Yeah, it's just like, it's a very
you make
godlike.
A lot of art in the community, right?
Yeah. I'm that guy. Thanks.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and just like, it's a very different approach, and it's one of the few ideas that could even make Griffith work in Death Battle, because speaking of art, you can have like a very esoteric aesthetic, something's very wrong, eldritch. But before any of that, let's go into the elephant in the room. Yeah, Satan's naked. Now, we can work about this. We can use shots that obscure the problem parts. You can make your own design that obscures those parts. If all else fails, lens flares.
Yeah, he's just glowing.
Yeah.
He's just
glowing. Yeah.
Just glowing the whole time. He is the angel of light. Like, that's not going to be weird. Now that's the way. For analysis, as you can see, I got a lot of ideas. I won't bore you with all the details. With Griffith, I want like his rise, his fall, his resurrection into something that's not even human or even so much a villain as he is just a cosmic horror molding the world at his fingertips. They're not powers. They're him willing the world as he desires it. Meanwhile, with Ryo, whoops. With Ryo, you kind of just start out talking about his basic story and Crybaby, I guess the original manga, but Crybaby is the same thing, And that is just the start, because a big thing about Devilman is God is looping the universe over and over again, so Ryo suffers losing Akira forever and then some. And with each time loop, you can go into a lot of Ryo's weird powers and his further tragedy, because Devilman's sequels and spin-offs, they're all just time loops.
Oh.
All of them. Yeah, and they get weird. Like, there's one, you've seen it, where he splits the moon. There's one where he splits himself into two women to trick the Archangel Michael. There's another where he splits himself into 8 women and a warlord to rule over Mad Max. Yes, really. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot. There's Mazinger crossovers, there's Cutie Honey crossovers. There's like one where Akira just beasts with Hades. It's a lot. But most of all, there's some through lines I want to convey with both. The contrast in how humanity applies to them. Griffith slowly losing his humanity and the realization if nothing can hurt him, he can feel nothing, and that's the tragedy of existence. While Satan gains his humanity as he slowly realizes the regret he felt at destroying humanity that they didn't deserve, but ultimately it's too late for him to do anything about it. But unlike Griffith, Satan does ultimately find redemption at the very tail end of Devilman Saga, where he does beat back God, and by stopping his own pointless cycle of hatred, he stops God's literal cycles of hatred against him specifically.
That's all we could ask for from Satan, really.
Yeah, like,
Thanks,
especially because, like, Fate, like I said before, it's a big through line I want to contrast with both of them, because, yeah, that's the big thing I want. Because not only can you make that interesting story parallel, you can make it so, like, Griffith controls Fate, but Satan is constantly constricted by it. So, can Satan beat back Fate to kill Griffith? Because even if it's a big stat gap, can he beat the concept of Fate, Now, it's called Death Battle, not Death Character Analysis, so, like, how do they even fight? Well, you see. Anyways.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Here's some storyboards just showing off that I did these two. It's like Ryo can just briefly travel back in time to Midland because that's a thing in Shin Devilman. He literally just does that with Ryo. It's basically just Shin Devilman is just Bill and Ted, but with demons.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun way to describe it.
Yeah, it's very much just on crack. They meet Hitler. They meet Marie Antoinette. They meet Nike, the god of Greece. Gods of Greece.
So
yeah.
you think he's just going back in time and killing him? Then is essentially like what it boils down to.
Yeah, like he doesn't even want to kill him. Like the thing about this is that like in Shin Devilman, Ryo just kind of transports them back in time accidentally. So like at the start, you can have him be like completely amnesiac, like he is in the original Devilman manga. Mm-hmm. So he's just wondering, what the fuck is this? And he's in the middle of Griffith's campaigns, and since the one thing that can get Griffith's attention is people who don't follow his fate. People, because like, like Liam, you obviously know Berserk. Like, one of the few things that Griffith actually hunts down is witches, because they can touch the astral plane and fuck him over and know his fate. So like he decides, okay, I gotta get rid of this guy. Like, you can have a lot happen. You can have him just cut off Ryo's arm. So Ryo, being Ryo, he just pulls out a fucking gun and shoots him. And Griffith's just looking back thinking, what's that? What the fuck? And I also thinking, like, you could have a few other demons in there, like, maybe closer to Ultron versus Sigma than, like, Bowser versus Eggman. Like, just as a little set piece, because, like, if you include their demons, you can also include Psycho Jenny. She's the demon who holds Ryo's memories. He's as, like, a little backup drive, for when he needs to go Satan again. And so, like, in the middle of the fight, like I showed here, she just gives him back his memories. He remembers, oh yeah, I'm Satan. And then you can just go crazy with all their powers. You can have, like, them just kind of fucking up reality. Whenever they will something, it just sort of fucks with space and time. You can have Ryo, like, fire off a light beam laser only for Griffith to just bend space and just direct it into an eclipse behind him, just like... You can have Griffith just, like, use telekinesis to just burst one of Satan's arms only for Satan to heal it back, and he just does, that. Everyone loves that. Everyone loves that. And, like, if you really want to go all out, it's like, this is the kind of scope of their demon armies I'd really like to see.
That's sick, man. That's a lot of
Thanks.
work.
This art is amazing.
Great.
Thanks. Yeah, I love them. Like one big imagery I like is just, like, Griffith riding on Zod, because Zod is just, like, his horse.
Basically.
Yeah. And Ryo, he has his own steed in the form of this awesome dragon thing he always has on him. Like, this dragon isn't even a character as far as I know. It's just a thing Satan always has and likes to ride into war. Like every time. Just, you can have a really cool fight above Earth as you see everything getting destroyed, the apocalypse coming down. Because, yes, these two started the Rapture. As for how it would end, I know what you're thinking. Everyone wants to see these two die horribly. And I don't blame people. But hear me out. These two at their core are very tragic characters. Because in sacrificing his humanity, Griffith is not only evil, he lost any sense of feeling any emotion, satisfaction, or anything in his life. While Satan, he did cause the downfall of humanity, but after his war with Akira, he started to realize he had no right to cause humanity the pain he did, and they had just as much right to live as he wanted to. But that's too late, because everything's destroyed. He's regretful, he's remorseful, and it's too late to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, in this fight, no matter who wins, you either have Griffith realizing he still feels no satisfaction from taking Ryo out, and Ryo realizing he still feels no satisfaction because he doomed humanity and the Earth, and it's all just going to go to Armageddon again, as just, maybe as an ending, no matter who wins, God is just reaching over the horizon, about to reset everything again. And just the angels about to cause us Armageddon, and everything's about to reset. Meanwhile, here's just
a happy ending.
Yeah, completely happy. Just as happy as Devilman's original. Yeah. Anyways, here's just a bunch of art a lot of friends have made. I really got to thank Annie. He made like the top left one, and also like up those thumbnails you saw before, like you know the ones, just the little rundown
Yeah.
ones. Pitt, who made like the one in the center, and I think like the one on like. Oh wait, I don't think I actually included the thumbnail. He made just like the center thing. Greg, JS, I think Space, Swag, Starlu, Meg, and my dad, who made it like Griffith and Ryo, but as Corys. I'm sure you know what Corys are, but I'm not going to explain them, even if you don't.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, man, it's really cool. I don't know. I never really thought about like Berserk, Devilman, but you know, this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm a huge fan of Berserk.
Like, macabre yin and yang.
Yeah, exactly. Just classic horror or manga, and like that's part of why I didn't mention this before. Like, I kind of wanted it in black and white, just to channel that old horror manga aesthetic. Like,
That's
really
a cool idea.
yeah, you can especially make it stand out because Griffith is just stark black, and Satan's always glowing when they go all full angel form. So like, you could just make that an easy
Just
contrast.
imagine it looking kind of like that Mad World game from
Yeah.
yeah, man, really cool.
Yeah, like Fantasy Mad World. Hey, Jobber, you want to say anything?
Jobber's just like, I feel like this is like the third or fourth one I've seen. It's just like the tag along, I guess.
This matchup's like is peak. I have like when it comes to Berserk, I've seen a little bit of it, and I have a friend IRL who's a huge fan of it. Okay, and with Devilman, like was it DekHead? He's got me sold, and I'm gonna read this. Like, I gotta read the black and white. Like this is just genuinely dope. I would love to see the fight in just like all black and white. I'm not sure which style y'all do it in, but just having the fight in black and white, just like the manga. Ooh, it'd be so good.
black
I think
and
that's a
white.
really interesting idea. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah,
I
thanks.
love this. I love Berserk, and I loved Devilman Crybaby when I watched it. And the instant I saw it, I was like, "Oh, perfect!" Because getting Griffith in deathbattle, huge priority. I think he's awesome. So he's a great
like
villain. So
he's really complex. He's just really interesting, and I really want deathbattle to tackle that. Like the analysis, especially, would be kind of long, but just tackle him as this really complex and interesting character that people know even beyond just he's top 10 anime betrayals on every list.
Yeah, exactly.
And Satan, like I think everyone like knows the basic story of Devilman, but like I don't think people know how just like crazy the depths of it go. Like this franchises go on into a million places. Like I was just like reading over it because I was pretty interested in like, you know, I gotta get visuals. I get more idea of what Satan does, and he's just weird across a lot of timelines. Like he does like he makes Mad Max because he felt bad for eliminating humanity, but because he still kind of hated humanity, he just caused the apocalypse on accident.
Is that Violence Jack?
Yeah,
He creates
Violence Jack. Like, and then he splits himself off into like Cutie Honey and her other forms.
That's funny.
Yeah. God, dude. His lore would just be really funny to talk about in an episode, and like I have a lot of thoughts on how it could go. Like obviously not like a template, but like, you know, just ideas of what could happen. Like a lot to joke about in the weird, wacky horror of Devilman and then going to Guy, and like even with Berserk, you could still throw in a few jokes. Like one random joke I really liked is just of the few you could toss in about Griffith. It's like how he's always scared of witches, and Boomstick's like, what? So like just a little girl on Halloween, he's just gonna run away? Ooh, I'm the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of got sold on the black and white. I love that idea. It's so good.
Thanks.
Yeah, cool. But we got to hop to the next one, but this has been great. I really like it.
All right.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Have a good one.
You too.
Yep.